Hello, I'm James Sexton with the Sexton Law Firm, where we're dedicated to protecting your legal rights. I'm now going to answer some common questions in wills and trusts or estate planning. One question might be, why do I need a will and trust? Well, here in California, if you have a simple will or you have nothing, your estate, basically all your assets, your stuff, goes through something called probate. So what's the big deal? What's so bad about probate? Well, one thing is it can take a very long time. It can take up to 4 months or several years, during which time your loved ones, your heirs, cannot receive any inheritance. And the second bad thing is it can cost a lot of money. Even people with modest estates, if the value of your estate is approximately $500,000, which is typically just a house, if that's the only asset you had was a house, the cost of probate, the minimum cost, could be as high as $30,000. The third thing is it can cause fights in your family. Even a will can be on a cocktail napkin if it's witnessed by 2 people. Well, imagine someone contesting that. He was drunk when he wrote out that will, leaving what he did to that person. I'm contesting that. And then all your family members start fighting over your stuff, and they end up hating each other, and it's a big free-for-all. Having something called a will and trust or estate planning documents circumvents and avoids all those 3 nasty things: the delay, the cost, and the fights in your family. When you have a properly prepared estate planning documents like a living will and trust, it avoids probate. When you have a living will and trust, you have something that's living. You have a living document. That's why they call it a living will and trust. Only dead things go before the probate court. People who die without a will or a last will and testament, which is like a dead document. But your living will and trust, it's still alive. It's its own entity. In fact, you have to give it a name. Most people give it their own name, the James Sexton Family Trust or something akin to that. And because it's living, it's still alive. Now it's being managed by someone called a trustee. Think of them as your agent who's in charge of distributing your estate. If you don't have such an estate plan, it's the state of California who decides how to distribute everything you've worked hard your whole life for. And in estate planning, will and trust, you get to decide, not the state of California. When we do our will and trust here at the Sexton Law Firm, you get a complete package from A to Z. You get a certificate of trust, you get a declaration of trust, you get a transfer document that transfers all your personal property from your dog, your cars, to your furniture, whatever, into your trust. You get 2 wills, one for husband and wife, and you get a community property agreement. Now those things are crucial in the will and trust package. You want a complete package. You just don't want one of those documents. And we prepare all of those documents here. I'm James Sexton with the Sexton Law Firm, and we're dedicated to protecting your legal rights.